Alright, welcome back to another video this week on Technique Matters. In accordance to our series this time round, we're going to talk about the bench press warm-up. If you are looking for something short, sweet, and something that will actually be useful to warming up for the bench press, keep watching this video. Hi guys, this is JJ from Technique Matters. Today we're going to talk about the warm-up for the bench press and generally a general mobility guide for how to prep your shoulders, how to prep and especially your spine and your arch for the bench press. I'm going to have Adam here today with me and we're going to talk you through some of the drills that we'll be doing. We're going to start with the assessment very quickly, so I'll have Adam lie on the bench right now. The first one we're going to do is I'm going to have Adam to scoot over to the side of the bench, so yeah, that's pretty good. So what he'll do is he'll just relax his shoulder and then reach up and then just kind of let it drop. So he'll just like go there for me, go there for me. So if you look from this angle, you can see that's about however much like horizontal abduction this is. All right, so if we move to the other side, so drop, just drop, relax. Just put all your weight in my hand. Yep. So this is so it's pretty limited on this side. So you can see that side, he actually breaks 90, and here is a bit limited on this side, doesn't actually break 90. All right, so the next one that we're gonna do is to do the shoulder internal rotation. So if you lean up against the wall, so just pretty simple, we've done this a few times and those that are following. So if you just kind of just try to reach this arm to the wall here. So we can see that's about 50 degrees. Ideally, it should be able to touch the wall. So if we do the other side, and then if we check his IR on this side, so yeah, that's it. So what we're gonna do now is show you the drills. The first one that is pretty simple and it's actually really good if you're in a crowded commercial gym and you want to warm up your shoulders and you don't want people to take your spot on the bench press, right? So this one's pretty easy. So what I'm gonna have Adam do is he will squat. So what he'll do is he'll face the bench, he'll keep his knees kind of pointing towards the bench, his feet are straight as well, and what he'll do is try to reach his knees towards the bench first, correct? And then he'll try to sit on his heels. So what Adam's trying to do here is trying to get into a really deep supported squat, trying to get his whole back to flex. So you can see like Adam has a lot of musculature here. And what I'm trying to get him to do is to breathe out. So I want you a full exhale, right? And then as you inhale through your nose, I want you to think about spreading the shoulder blades apart. All right? So you can feel this loosening up, and ideally you want the lower back to loosen up as well. If you feel like your lower back is a bit restricted, what you can do is try to tuck your pelvis underneath a little bit. So what I mean is by that is you can kind of squeeze his hips under, and I just want him to breathe in this position. So do about 2 to 3, and as you exhale, try to get even further back up here. This is something really good that will open up your upper back, and why this is important is because in powerlifting, if we want to extend, we want to have a big arch, what we need to do first is to move from a place of flexion to extension. Once Adam's done 2 to 3 times of that, he can stand back up. So the second drill we're going to show you is now that we have gone into a position of flexion, we want to test and see how well we can go into extension. And the other important thing is we managed to get air into the back. So basically I told Adam to spread his scaps and breathe into his upper back, right? So it creates a bit of expansion at the back. Now we're going to get him to expand the front. And why this is important is because when you bench press, you want to learn how to extend, and also more importantly, when you can expand the front, you can get your rib cage really high to be able to touch the bar. All right, so put simply, Adam's going to just sit on the bench. I think most people will do well with about 2.5 kilos. You don't really need anything much heavier than that. So very simply what he's going to do is he's going to hold the dumbbell, he's going to put it overhead, and what he's going to do is he's just going to, from this position, he's going to exhale and reach, right? All the way. And then as he inhales, he's trying to breathe into this part of his chest and let the dumbbell just pull his arms overhead. So what he's trying to do is he's trying to let the weight kind of pull him over, let him melt over the bar. So he's going to go until he feels some restrictions, and then he's going to exhale again. And then he's going to inhale and try to let the, yeah. And then he'll do about 2 to 3 more rounds of this until he's at the end range. So you reach when you exhale, and then you let the bar, let the sort of dumbbell pull you and, you know, extend the T-spine over the bar. One thing we can maybe help you with is, so you come off the bench a little bit. Let me drop the rack height for you. So if you just drop the bar a little bit, you'll be able to work different segments of your back a little bit better. So reach on the exhale and let the dumbbell pull you over on the inhale. Try to breathe into this part of the chest. So after about 2 to 3 times, and then that's it for this drill. Alright, so the last 2 drills that we're going to show you are actually kind of bonus drills that we want you to, you know, try to help you with just maintaining your shoulder, especially if you bench press. So one of the complaints that I get from a lot of people, especially with big archers, is that, you know, at some points they'll get like neck pain, trap pain, shoulder issues, pec issues and stuff like that. So it's very common to hear that in the bench press, and most of the time it's because in powerlifting, one of the reasons why it happens is because we use a lot of our pec muscles, and it compresses us from the front. So if you think of it as flattening you out this way, and then it also compresses you at the back because, you know, we put a bar on it, we depress our shoulders on the deadlift, and, you know, obviously we bench press, our neck is on the bench. So a lot of compression, and that causes us to lose range of motion through the neck, and then obviously in the upper thoracic spine as well. So these 2 drills are more kind of maintenance for your own like sort of shoulder health, and it's also, you know, it's actually kind of, you can very easily incorporate them in your day-to-day life or just as accessories. So the first one we're going to show here is called it's just a side plank, a modified side plank with a bit of a rotational bias. So what we're going to do is have Adam lie on his side. And what we want you to do is get your knees up to 90 degrees. So you can just do this on your knees. So if you bring your knees here, we want his hands facing down as well. All right. So what Adam's going to do is same thing. He's going to push. Think about pushing your hand away, and then he's going to lift his hips up. So cool. Right. So with this other hand, he's going to reach through to this side of his body with the same pronated grip. Right. So he's going to reach and then just breathe. So if you just flip your arm over like this, and then just try to just breathe in this position for about 2 to 3 breaths. So you see that his back is actually expanding. He's not trying to retract the shoulder blades into position. You can see the stretch marks on his shirt, which means that he's trying to, you know, kind of expand the back a little bit. All right. So one of the reasons why this drill is really important is because the rib cage is meant to internally and externally rotate as well. So if you think about it like that, it's meant to do this and this. So if you if you can't extend in the bench press to get your arch high, it's mostly because your rib cage is stiff. So a lot of the drills we're trying to work through that. All right, so very good, Adam. Let's do the other side now. Point your hands facing the floor. Yep. So try not to just overly rotate. Just try to rotate through the rib cage, and yeah. So about 2 to 3 breaths as well. So what we're trying to do here is to imagine his rib cage is like that. We're trying to compress it and expand it, and compress it and expand it, because that will allow your T-spine to also flex and extend accordingly. So we're just going to very quickly retest Adam's internal rotation. So if we just do the internal rotation drill, so like this. So if you come back and see, so how does that feel?
I feel like we've gained some internal rotation.
Yeah, so it's you can see that it's a lot closer to the wall. And let's test the right side as well. So if you just go 90 first, and then try to come closer like this, and then just try to come as close to the wall. So he's basically like he's gained like considerable amount. So he was about at like 50, and now he's at about like 70, I would say.
If I can say something, I feel it less than my delts.
Yeah. So definitely, so exactly, so this is what we're trying to get at. We're trying to get you to actually feel the muscles that we want to work, such as your pecs, and then less of the muscles that are, we don't want to feel, you know, the muscles that we don't want to feel, and we want to feel the muscles that we want to feel. Yeah, cool. So this is the last drill we're going to show you for today, and it's this one is pretty weird, and you know, if you haven't tried it, maybe give it a shot. But what we're trying to do is, remember I spoke about a lot of compression here and a lot of compression here. So we're trying to get these places to expand a little bit better. And how we're going to do that is we're going to use gravity to help us. So we're trying to get our upper rib cage to expand. So we want to use gravity to help us. So we're going to make the upper rib cage the bottom now, so to speak. So very simply, Adam's just going to, you know, lie pronated on the bench. So he's going to come to he's going to lie face down first, and then he's going to scooch over. So scoot forward. Yeah. So all the way, so to your hips, to the edge of the bench. Yeah. So what he's going to do is he's going to drop. So if you just drop your head straight to the floor. Okay. And then same thing. He's just going to do this. And same concept as all the drills we've been doing. Open up this, let the arms hang. So, Adam, do you feel like you're pressing through the floor?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you just come back a little bit. Yep. Cool. So you're just chilling out in that position and just doing just breathing in that position. Right. So same thing. Expand out. Right. Just chill. Make sure there's no weight on your neck or anything. Everything's pretty relaxed. If you feel like you have to hold yourself up, you can move back a little bit. Yeah. So now Adam's just chilling in that position. So if some of you, you know, were following powerlifting in like early 2016, a lot of people were doing like decompression drill where you saw them wear like boots and stuff, hang from bars and all that kind of stuff. Similar concept. But you know, just a little easier to set up. It's not decompressing your spine, it's actually helping you to, you know, decompress your upper rib cage. So that's why people always say they feel better, but this is probably one of the reasons why. We'll finish off the video by doing the horizontal abduction test and see how his shoulder feels. And then, so now his shoulder is actually clearing 90 a lot easier. So if you just see the angle, it's actually clearing 90 a lot easier here on this side, and then same thing for the other side. So if you just scoot over. So how does that feel? Do you
So much looser. There's nothing restricting against it.
Yeah. So from this you can see, from this video you can see that what we're doing here, you know, is actually two really short drills that actually made a difference, both in terms of maintenance and in terms of just prepping for the bench press. So if you don't really have your own warm-up, or your warm-ups are taking very long, these are some drills that you can actually try and, you know, run through and see if it actually provides you any relief with your shoulders. Once again, this is JJ from Technique Matters. If you have any questions, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. And I'll just hand you over to Clinton, who has a sort of message from us at Technique Matters as well as from the gym.
Hi guys, this is Clinton, and on the previous episode, if you guys watched it, we mentioned about having a giveaway after this whole series is done. So basically what we are trying to do right now is to complete and share with you guys in a weekly basis a squat warm-up. This is the bench warm-up that you have just watched, and then upcoming one will be the deadlift warm-up. So after these three, we want to provide a giveaway for you guys because we are very happy to finally achieve at least 1,000 followers on Instagram and about 800 followers and subscribers on YouTube. So we are really happy and sort of surprised to get this kind of feedback from you guys, all thanks to you. This giveaway is literally for you guys. How are you gonna participate in this giveaway? It's very simple. Once we are done with the deadlift warm-up, on that week itself, pretty much about around November 2020, we will drop an IG post, and all you need to do is to follow the instructions and participate through that IG post, and then you guys will be having a free gift from us. Be sure to stay tuned and don't forget to share with those in need, like and subscribe to YouTube because we are really trying to get to 1,000 YouTube subscribers. By the way, since the start of this whole YouTube series and this whole Technique Matters channel. It couldn't be done without the help of Elevate the Barbell Club. All right, it's a little bit biased because basically I own a bit of the gym, but without the gym, it's very hard for us to record and demonstrate anything for you guys. So this is a shout out and a huge thank you to the gym, Elevate the Barbell Club. If you guys are interested to know and you are living in Singapore, be sure to check us out. Our IG is elevate.bbc. Alright, as you can see from the equipments over here, what you see is what you get. We have a lot of powerlifting equipments, and then even this guy is setting up some fancy shit over here. Okay, so we actually allow you to do all these things as long as you maintain good gym etiquette. Basically what we want and what we believe in Elevate Barbell Club is actually we want you to come in to get stronger. Alright, we may look a little bit intimidating, like most of us do powerlifting, but no, we are not just a powerlifting gym. We are a strength gym who wants to encourage everyone to at least pay attention to your body and get stronger, because it's gonna benefit you throughout your life, even when you get older. Alright, so that's it for today, and I will see you again. Goodbye.